says, well, another ridiculous name. Time to fully monetize the children too, making a full career out of zero accomplishments. What story do you think this is about? Or person?
Yeah, that's where I went to as well.
So your first guess is wrong. Your chance.
Kanye?
This is a comment left on a story titled Meghan Markle renames lifestyle brand America Riviera Orchard to As Ever.
I saw this morning.
Yeah.
How did I
not think? I don't know. So this article came out.
You like Meghan Markle, don't you?
No.
About your girl, Meghan Markle. She renamed her orchard because it just seemed that she was, what she said, limited.
Was it her actual? Fuck off. I'm so sick of her.
Like, okay, she's trying to be like a white Oprah with the orchards in Montecito.
She's trying to be the black Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, I can't.
She said she was black, didn't she, as well?
Yeah, I remember she called the royal family racist because people confused her for Beyonce all the time.
Just to give you an idea how incredible Princess Diana was, this is her visiting at Northwestern University in 1996. She wore purple because she knew that the color of the university was purple. This is how clever this lady is. And this is why Meghan could never, in spite of her worst efforts, I'm not going to even say best efforts, in spite of her worst efforts, she could never match this lady's cleverness. She wore purple because that was the color of the university. And she raised $1.5 million, I believe, for cancer in 1996 when she visited or when she was invited to Northwestern University. Isn't that something, guys? Huh?
She used to have the TIG, remember?
Yeah, and she shut that down when she had met Harry.
Correct.
And then she had never heard of before.
American Riviera Orchard. They had a bunch of things, like obviously potentially.
What's it called now again?
As Ever.
Let's just
now it's called As Ever.
We need to stop talking about this.
It's bad. Well, I mean, I get why she changed the name originally. It was very like white supremacist.
Why are we shocked at this point in time? I mean, we would be shocked if she had an original idea. I know that many of you are going around saying how Meghan Markle has stolen the Pamela Cook show with love, cooking with love. We can all be in agreement about that, but I don't think that many of you know that before that, Pamela, this is nothing new. She's been doing this for years and years and years. And I fully am on board that even though Meghan Markle copied the template of the 2023 show for Pamela, let me show you a little clip that many of you may not be very familiar with.
So, Delana.
Yes, Pamela.
What are we doing today?
Oh, today we're going to beef stew, more like a chili.
Okay.
And then we're going to make a quinoa salad with fennel and ginger and orange fragrances. So it's going to be something a little bit spicier to off-balance the heartiness of the beans. And then at the same time, we're going to make roasted vegetables, since it feels like the perfect day to do some roasted vegetables.
Very little amount of time.
All in a very short time.
Yes.
Like nothing.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to use...
What is really interesting is that many of you don't know that Pamela Anderson is actually Canadian. Yes, she's a true Canadian citizen. And it's unbelievable. I mean, this is Pamela Anderson, guys. This is Baywatch. I mean, I remember when she was even... Do you guys remember in the show Tim the Toolman Taylor? I try to play one of the clips here, but it's just, that's how she was known. She got to be known because she was the tool girl who handed the tools to Tim the Toolman Taylor. So yeah, and then she jumped to Baywatch, and of course she married that rocker. Who can we, that I think that he's the father of her two children. But yeah, I mean, it is not surprising because, again, I know you're familiar with Baby Reindeer. And this woman was not only a stalker, but she would make up stories about people's lives, her own life. And that is why I say that Meghan is very much like this woman. Let's just watch a little bit of the trailer from Pamela Anderson.
We're going to do some damage in this kitchen.
There you go.
There you go.
I've done this before. I'm a sponge, soaking it all in. Okay, so we're doing this. Got it. I'm so lucky to be cooking next to these really incredible.
By now, I know you've seen this everywhere. And people have been talking a lot. I just wanted to do a little bit because I want to talk to you about something very, very important. People have been talking a lot about that book that Meghan Markle was shopping around and for post-divorce for from Prince Harry. Do you guys remember that? And I'm going to show you something because in 2022, I talked about this. I talked about Meghan Markle having her account, her Instagram account, and how I knew it was her because Serena Williams was following her. And now a friend of mine who was in Hollywood had tipped me that Meghan Markle was shopping around for deals post-divorce from Prince Harry. This is me in September 2022 talking about this.
Meghan Markle has been apparently, and this is a friend of mine who lives in California told me, that she's been quietly shopping around, asking what her options are in case of a separation. So,
Yeah, that was in September 2022. I remember the backlash I got. Ooh, you can go read the comments. That video, it's still there. I will leave it in the description. I also talked about Meghan, that account, because back then it had a little flower thing. It didn't have her thing. And I talked about it back then. This is, I think I talked about the Instagram in August 2022 and about her shopping for post-divorce deals in September 2022. So I want to thank my sources, and I don't care what the haters say because at least my sources have proven to be right all the time. So I just wanted to show you that. And as I said, I will leave the link for you guys to go check it out. Now, everybody is going off the wall about Meghan Markle stealing ideas, stealing as ever, which we all know she's done. We know she's done it. Everybody's freaking out because, the Northwestern t-shirt. I've done videos talking about Meghan Markle, how Princess Diana went to Northwestern University to raise funds for cancer. That's what she was there in 1996. I've talked about it in many, many videos I've done, that she was absolutely determined to go to Northwestern University because Princess Diana had been invited by Northwestern University to go, and she had accepted. And I've talked about how creepy that is. So we're looking at a woman, and now we've seen that clip of her Instagram with her laughing. I think she's laughing at us. I think she's laughing at the world that she gets to do this so publicly. I believe that Meghan Markle is basically saying, I am doing this and there's nothing you can do about it because I can get away with it. I get away with it. Look at it. I mean, I'm married to this idiot who allows me to get away with it. And his family not only allow me to get away with it, but they cover it up. I think that chuckle that she made was actually quite scary because that's what it means. I am here in this garden, laughing at everybody. I am stealing people's ideas. And you know what? I am getting away with it. I'm the one making all the money. I'm the one who's still doing it and will continue to do it until she's stopped. Okay. But it's interesting. I mean, and now people have forgotten because this is how fast the news cycle moves, because we've done quite a few videos also about how Meghan Markle became where she picked up that story of her 43% Nigerian heritage. Because I don't know if you know this, but way back then when Rachel Meghan Markle got engaged to Prince Harry, it was published that she had gone to Rwanda with Doria when she was just 2 years of age. It was published in the Daily Mail, and her roots were believed to be from Rwanda. I've done a video going back to all her genealogy about that too. But this woman is a chameleon. It's shameless. And even though we YouTubers pointed out that she had stolen that story from Georgina Lawton, this lady who was brought up in the UK, she's a British lady. And oddly enough, she found out while she was vacationing here in Nicaragua, she got her DNA test results where where it told her that she was 43% Nigeria. And then she decided to phone her mother and talk to her about it because she was raised by two white parents thinking that she was white. And of course, we have now heard that Meghan Markle claims to be 43% Nigeria and that she phoned her mother excitedly to tell her, like, Mom, look, I'm 43% Nigerian. Yeah, what you're seeing right now is this is actually Meghan. This is the story of Georgina Lawton, who was in Nicaragua. It says it was while she was in Nicaragua that Lawton received the results of her another DNA test, which showed her to be 43% Nigerian. So this means only that she has genetic markers specific to Nigerian people, not that her biological father is definitely from Nigeria. Yeah, yeah. This is the lady Georgina Lawton who wrote a book called Raceless. And Meghan Markle, a year later after this book was published, decided to also be 43% Nigerian. Why am I talking about this? Because it's important to note that if Meghan Markle is capable of so blatantly stealing the life story of a published author, because it was very specific. She even went on to say, because the way this lady described how she told her mother that as soon as she got her DNA result, she called her on the phone. It's exactly like the one that Meghan Markle has now claimed to be her story. It is uncanny. And what I've talked about it before, if Meghan Markle was from Nigeria, why is it claimed that she traveled to Rwanda? This is from the Daily Telegraph. This was published right around the time when Meghan Markle was engaged to Prince Harry, or was announced the engagement. It says here, Meghan Markle pictured as a child in Rwanda with her mother, Doria. Really? Really? Are you sitting down? Because this is the shocker. This is the shocker. It turns out that that picture was not taken in Rwanda. Doria has never traveled to Rwanda. That was at a park in Los Angeles with Meghan Markle and Doria sitting there with Thomas Markle, a senior, taking the picture. But the Telegraph, which is an incredibly respected newspaper, published that Rachel Meghan Markle was the one with her mother in Rwanda, visiting there because that's where they come from. And I actually did a video about the heritage with a genealogist, and she said that most likely that's where they came from. So why are we in shock? Why are we in shock if Meghan Markle is capable of stealing a woman's life story that's very public, like the book Raceless of Georgina Lawton? Do you think that stealing a little idea from Pamela Anderson is going to be a big deal to her? Especially when she has respected newspapers publishing her lies and given them credibility all over the world. At least I'm grateful that the royal family has taken down that double major from Northwestern University. To be honest, I don't even think she graduated, because she was supposed to graduate in 2003 from to get the degree of science and communications or something like that. So I am glad that has stopped. But why are we shocked that this woman is doing this? And I mean, I could do a video to show you where she got the TIG, and I'm actually doing where she got the TIG. And people are attributing this to this lady in 2014 in the United Kingdom, which is partly true. But we also have Kevin Costner, the TIG, but we also have Haley Duffy, who had a cooking show. I mean, in 2014, and she even invited Meghan Markle to come and see her. This woman has been, at this point in time, we have to really, really need the help of the mainstream media. I don't have the resources. I mean, me with just calling people, calling Northwestern University. I try to reach out to Georgina Lawton, and it's like, it's there, guys. So what are the chances that you feel that this woman is going to back out from publishing or showing? The only way that Meghan Markle can be stopped is when the mainstream media start exposing her lies And I mean, like, why don't you publish the Georgina Lawton story? Why isn't she forced to take a public DNA test to see exactly where she's from, to debunk that story? They did a whole trip based on that, on Meghan Markle's word, and she didn't even bother to show. This woman has never shown her DNA thing, ever. It's almost impossible for Rachel Meghan Markle to be 43% Nigerian, because that would mean that one of your parents have to be directly from that area. And which tribe? Because, being Nigerian, I mean, I know white South Africans. So which part of Nigeria? Is it a black Nigerian? Because let me tell you, her mom is not half Nigerian. They're so mixed, it's not even funny. But here we go. The only way we're going to stop Meghan Markle is if Netflix stops running with that. The entire world, I mean, even the Nigerians were giving this woman a title and congratulating her for her homeland, 43% Nigerian, and the entire world ran with that story without questioning. So the only time, guys, that we're going to put a stop to this woman, I mean, if it's people other than the YouTubers who call her out, because I mean, I am going to be watching Pamela Anderson. I'm not going to be, well, I have to watch her because I have to report on it. But Pamela Anderson, she has other show, which is about, she just published a cooking book, but she doesn't claim to be a cook. I mean, she's just saying, this is what I love to cook and this is what I've learned. But not with Meghan Markle. And at least with Pamela Anderson, who's a fellow Canadian, hey, so it's authentic, it's real, it's true. You want to watch it, because it's Pamela Anderson. So, I mean, are we really shocked that Meghan Markle stole Pamela Anderson's ideas or anybody's ideas at this point? Because baby reindeer Fiona looks like an amateur compared to Rachel Meghan Markle. And that's just my opinion.